Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Beau Green, and today we're going to be talking about two things. Number one, how to meditate for beginners, and number two, how to breathe in order to reduce anxiety and stress. So the reason I want to go over both these subjects is because they both work hand in hand. One of the most important parts about meditating is connecting with your breath. Now, most of us have been taught to breathe a certain way that isn't necessarily the most efficient. And that way is to, when you inhale, to use your chest, and when you exhale, to pull your chest back into your belly. So like this, in, out. Now, another method of breathing, which is actually more efficient and reduces stress and anxiety, is called diaphragmatic breathing, or what people tend to call it belly breathing. And the way to belly breathe is very simple, but it's actually almost the exact opposite of what we've been taught. So a belly breath looks like this. When you inhale for a belly breath, you actually push your stomach out. Like if you were trying to act like you were fat or you were pregnant, you would push your belly out like this. Right? So inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Belly out, belly in. Notice my ribs do move a little bit, but my belly is mostly doing all the movement. So this is a way to reduce stress and anxiety. And in the beginning, it might be difficult to belly breathe because you probably have been breathing in a different way your whole entire life. So it's difficult to just start belly breathing right away. So a way that I would recommend in order to train yourself to belly breathe, let's say you're at work or you're dealing with your kids or family and something stresses you out or makes you feel anxious, right? Not all the time we have that time to sit down and meditate. But if you already have the skill on how to belly breathe, you can belly breathe your way through things. So in order to teach yourself how to belly breathe, one method is to have a meditation routine. Now, I know a lot of you have heard about meditation and its benefits, but you've seen maybe one or two people, or one or two people that might have done it, but it seems like kind of far-fetched for you. It's like, oh, well, it's kind of difficult. I've tried it once or twice, or it seems kind of weird. Why would I do it, right? Meditation has an incredible laundry list of benefits, from regulating your mood to regulating your, like, let's say if you have an outburst of anger, it enables you to kind of stabilize your mood, and whatever kind of comes at you, you're able to deal with it in moderation, right? So if you're interested in picking up a meditation practice, I highly recommend it. And here's what I recommend for beginners. Number one of the most important steps is to have something to write in. Maybe a journal, or if you prefer to write in your phone, that's okay. Because you're gonna go through some growing pains when you start. It's gonna feel uncomfortable, it's gonna feel weird, and you wanna have something to where you can write down your progress, even if it's, I hate this, even if it's, this sucks, or I was scatterbrained all the time. Whatever you have, write it down so you can watch your progress, and because it actually is a therapeutic exercise to get your feelings out on a piece of paper or on your notes in your phone. Okay, so I'd say number one, have a pen and paper in front of you, or use your notes in your phone. Number two, when you're getting ready to meditate, put your phone in airplane mode to make sure that no calls come through, there's no distractions, there's no excuses. Also, make sure your Wi-Fi is completely turned off, okay? Because messages can still come through when your Wi-Fi is on. Another thing is to set your timer. So if you have you can go to clock on your phone and then set a timer. I would recommend for your first time to setting a timer for 15 minutes. And to find a place that's more quiet and private. For your first couple times, you don't want to be in the middle of a street or in the middle of an office space. You want to find somewhere private. And if that's, sitting in the front seat of your car during your break, that's perfectly fine. Somewhere that's quiet, and you can just have these 15 minutes alone by yourself in quiet. Alrighty? So let's see, you have your journal, you're setting your alarm for 15 minutes, you have airplane mode on, and you turn your Wi-Fi off. Now it's actually time to meditate, right? So the way that I would recommend to meditate is to, of course, cross your legs and to put your arms and your hands and your wrists just in a relaxed state down, just like this. So every part of your body is relaxed, right? And then once you feel comfortable, set your timer, kind of sit up straight and start to breathe. And start to focus in on breathing with this belly breath, right? So the inhaling where your belly goes out and the exhaling where your belly comes in. And while you're doing this belly breath, some things might start to come up where you're like, this is stupid, why am I doing this? All these thoughts might start jumbling around in your head, which feel uncomfortable. I get it. So one way to transmute that energy and those thoughts is to simply count your breaths. Right? So you're sitting here, you're meditating, you started your timer for 15 minutes. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Now I did it out of my mouth so you guys can hear it, but I would recommend trying it out through your nose first. If it feels better for your mouth, so be it. But to count your breaths up to 20 counts. So count 20 breaths. And by 20, I guarantee you, if you're breathing through your belly, you'll start to calm down. Things will start to change. You'll start to really getting comfortable into your practice. And then thoughts might start to come up. And it doesn't matter what thoughts start to come up. Just let them flow. Let them go. Let them... It's almost like a wave that comes. You just kind of surf the waves of thoughts that come in. And some of them might be really productive. Like, let's say you are having a bad day. And so one of the first things that comes in is, I can't believe this person did this to me. Why did this person do this to me? And you might be on a journey to actually working through this problem simply by meditation. And this is why meditation is so strong. And when you're starting off your practice, you may not be able to do that. And that's okay. But let's just say you have like some thoughts come in, you have some racing thoughts, you have some chaos going in your mind. That's great. Just simply go back to your breath, to counting your breath. Because chances are, when you have all these crazy thoughts come in, you've disconnected with your breath and you're no longer in that relaxed state. Alrighty? So, if you guys are ready to meditate, awesome. This is going to absolutely change your life. And I would say just commit to 1 week, not a big amount of time, 15 minutes a day for 1 week, you guys can do it. And if you don't see any benefits to this after 1 week, that's okay. And if you are logging these experiences in your journal and you still don't think that you've had any progress, I encourage you to go back to your journal entry on your first try of what you were experiencing and see how it's different from that, how it is now. And that's why it's so important to track your progress. Alrighty? So if anybody has any questions, these are 2 different steps on how to alleviate stress and anxiety from your life. Also, one more tip before I go, I just have to put it out there. One huge step to eliminating anxiety is to cut out your caffeine completely. I know a lot of us are reliant on caffeine, but we have to cut it out for feeling anxious, because if, let's say you're feeling anxious, you have all this energy, your energy is going all over the place, you can't think, you're overwhelmed with all the things you need to do, putting caffeine on top of it only multiplies this issue. So if you're able to cut out caffeine, let's just say you can't cut out caffeine all the way. Try an alternate source that actually gives you a little bit of caffeine, but less than, let's say, something like a double shot of espresso, right? Because you're going to want to lower that caffeine intake so we reduce the amount of stress and anxiety in your life. And doing this meditation practice will make a huge step on your life into eliminating that from your life. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching to the end. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just comment down below, and I will be sure to address every single question you may have. And just get out there and try it. 1 week, 15 minutes a day, you can do it. And I would also recommend to schedule in your meditations. You know, if you use anything like Google Calendar, just write in, okay, 15 minutes this day, 15 minutes that day. Let's say you have an hour, 30-minute break for work. You know, make sure you have 8 to 15 minutes at that break. So instead of scrolling on Instagram or Facebook and getting all riled up and perpetuating the problem, take us some time to be able to meditate and to get over these problems. So thank you so much for being here. Like I said, comments, questions, concerns, put them down below. I'm going to have some more videos like this coming up soon. So if you don't want to miss a notification, if you don't want to miss the next video, sign up for the notification, press that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Much love.